Welcome to the Age of the Ring channel. I'm Jarian, a voice actor and beta tester for the mod. To get you all hyped up for the epic release that will be 8.0, we are starting a new series we'll call Beta Casting. Join me in an action-packed peek behind the curtain as our devs and beta testers go head-to-head, testing balance and all new features of the upcoming release. Let's go! All right, we're back with round 2 of the beta casting series for Age of the Ring here, 8.0. In this match on River Eisen, we've got in the top left, Cassie King, or SappieFlappie, playing Erebor. And in the bottom right, we've got Old Nosey playing some Dolguldur. Dolguldur is starting off with 2 mills and running 2 shades up, maybe just 1. Yep, going to turn this shade back. Probably just going to turn into a 3rd mill here. And do a proxy, I assume, jail in just a second. And we're going to see a mine and an assembly coming out for Erebor here. So either some Bardings or some Lake Towners, depending. Where's the other builder? I don't see any other. So must be, yeah, down here. So a proxy mine going down. Not really a proxy mine, but going down to the bottom left here. Getting a mine down to see if there's going to be any kind of harassing potential from here, or at least getting this creep pretty early on. It is going to be Reign of Ironfoot, so we should see some Bardings coming out of here. Yep, the Barding Phalanx going to come out. So some pretty cheap, numerous pikes. Really good for creeping these wargs down here, and maybe even creeping this one, as we said before, shoveling them through the mine. Is going to go for this creep, but is not going to do any sort of scouting looking for Dolguldur. It's something you might want to do against Dolguldur, is just check to see where, on those popular places where they might be proxying a jail. It's a pretty awesome proxy game of Dolguldur in the 7.1 Mr. Bones Spooktacular Cup that I love so much, but we're not going to see that here. It looks like it's just the one jail into some Broken Rabble, trying to get some damage done here, but not a full commitment into like multiple jails across the river. Thrain coming up to support the next bout of Broken Rabble here. Another battalion of Barding Phalanxes gonna try and answer these Broken Rabble here, but they are within range of the fortress, so getting a few taken down by the fortress, plus the surround of the Barding Phalanx, this mine is gonna survive no problem, as these guys did kill the Warg Lair, but are gonna need to attack. Yeah, there we go. Are going to attack the rebel now to get the creep money. Nosey actually using the Dolguldur jailers over here to creep an offensive Warg Lair here, like not his own. And another jail coming in to reinforce from the other side of the river. So a deceiving amount of units coming in. These Barding Phalanxes coming in for the flank against these Broken Rabble, buffed by Thrain here. But Broken Rabble coming in along with the Chill of the Grave power. The Dwarven skill being picked for Erebor. Chill of the Grave coming down, slowing these guys so that, well, he hits level 2 now, so now he's buffing up the other Broken Rebel. These guys are gonna be forced to turn and fight because they're too slow to run away. Really solid play by Nosey there, taking a pretty good trade. Another Warg coming out and dealing a little bit of damage to these guys, but they should be able to destroy the Rebel and claim the reward before Slow Decay takes them out.
Come on, you mangy scum.
Some more jailers over here, and back home we will see the spider lair going down for Dolguldur, so we will transition into some spiders later. And the Hall of Warriors, I do like seeing the Hall of Warriors here from Sappie. I think the Guardians are just a really strong, cost-effective choice against the Broken Rabble here. They just do really solid damage and can survive a little bit longer, even than these Barding Swordsmen, which are on an aggressive stance currently. They're one-shotting the Rabble as far as I can tell, but between the Guardians and the Barding Swordsmen here, these Broken Rabble should go down, and Thrain's going to have to retreat. These Broken Rabble, though, getting on top of this mine, so really good multitasking here from Nosey, as he's also creeping this Warg Lair down there. This mine will survive, but these, love the animations on those. This was a level 2 battalion of Broken Rabble, so some are coming back as Risen Dead here. The Broken Rabble actually able to take down this mine uncontested. It was taking too long for these Guardians to come out. So another level 2 battalion. Gonna start raising some dead on these Guardians, but they should be able to handle it. Battle Wagon coming out for Erebor here. Pretty good choice. Gonna be able to deal with all of the Broken Rabble that come up. It's just gonna force some jailers out of the Dolguldur player here. Cleaning that up, no problem. And all in all, pretty solid defense by Sappie, but not without taking some damage. I think Nosey really got a good trade out of that proxy. Really slowed Erebor's plan in terms of development, and forcing them to rebuild quite a few mines. Exactly the goal of that. A level 2 battalion of jailers going to survive. That's always nice. This guy's going to replenish for free. Ravagers now hitting the field. I'm going to get trampled almost immediately by this until... Oh, yep, okay. So pretty good control by both players there. Nosey able to bring the jailers just in time to protect the Ravagers, and the Battle Wagon not falling for it, able to kind of skirt off to the side and throw down a... Oh, nice. Able to destroy half of this battalion of Ravagers here with that Battle Wagon just skirting the edge of where the jailers were. And slow decay taking down the Ravagers. So one of the things being experimented with in this beta is adding slow decay to Ravagers and the other big units like the Tomb Guard and such. And also decreasing their armor to crush, so giving them a little bit more of a weakness for another player to exploit in just the way that we just saw. You know, really carefully getting that trample in on the Ravagers kind of lowers this battalion's effectiveness currently. Some Fell Broods are now hitting the field and taking care of this mine in a very smart way, getting behind the mine, preventing any pikemen from kind of just appearing on top of them, and going to be able to chase off these Guardians. As I mean, that one phalanx is going to kill one of the spiders here. But these Guardians are going to try and escape into the mine. A couple of them are going to die, but the battalion itself is going to make it back into the mine, no problem. And some phalanxes coming out just in time. Nosey going to say, nope, never mind, turn around, go after this mine, or either join this fight that's happening over here. So some jailers and Broken Rabble going up against some Guardians, chilled to the grave. Chill at the grave on the already slow units is going to allow a free retreat for Dolguldur, and a level 2 battalion of Ravagers, unless this guy dies to slow decay before spawning out another unit. He's going to get a whole... Oh, okay, nice. So, slow decay taking out the banner carrier here. That's actually a pretty big win for Erebor, not having to worry about Dolguldur being able to replace that battalion for free. Does look like Banner Carriers has been purchased. I do like this, as it is a pretty good counter to the slow decay that's being forced upon the Dolguldur player at this point. The Guardians getting on top of this jail, though, are going to prevent any production happening on Erebor's side of the map here. And the Spiders and Ravagers are going to try and prevent that from happening. But the battalions of Doors are going to survive. These ones, now that they're leveled up, are in this beta. They also have an ability that we're experimenting with, Natural Sprinters. So for 20 seconds, the Guardians, and I believe the Pikemen also gain this ability as well, gain a 15% speed boost and armor boost. Which is pretty good. A huge trample coming in from the Battle Wagon again, just catching these Ravagers off guard. Yep, leaving this battalion of 2 to have to regen here. Fell Broods coming up across this way to see if they can find any mines. It's really good. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to be scouting and trying to find some units kind of waiting to come and make an attack against these exposed mills. Yeah, definitely looking for some mines. This is really good to do against Erebor and against Misty Mountains especially. Don't want to get caught off guard by like 5 battalions just coming across the map when you didn't expect it. Trying to clean up this... this is actually called a Ruinous Tower. Guardians cleaning up this Ruinous Tower down here, denying the line of sight Should be able to get this before the positioning of the units here is such that the Ravager is not going to be able to get on top of these Guardians before the Pikes do, so they're going to live long enough to take it down. Ravagers, though, getting on top of the Pikes, even with slow decay, should be able to win this fight pretty favorably. Yep. Gonna get that battalion, and maybe they should fall to these Guardians, however. Yep. So cleaning up that Ravager fight. Shield of the Grave being used at this fight in the middle here. The Battle Wagon getting a good trample off. Oh, man. But Spawn of Karkaroth being dropped along with Arca here. Probably leveled up some units in the fight beforehand, so natural sprinters being run, but the Spawn of Karkaroth is going to be super, super strong here for Dolguldur, along with the slow being applied from Chill of the Grave. That Erebor is going to be forced to retreat. The Ravager's just doing so much damage, and Thrain too. Spider's going to be able to clean up, and the Spawn of Karkaroth is going to be able to clean up the Battle Wagon there. Really, really nice play by Nosey. That looked like it was in Erebor's favor for a moment, but just slapping down both powers that were saved up for just that right moment, sending in the Spider Cavalry to save the day towards the end. Green leveling up to level 7, cleaning up a battalion of Zagbaruk there, Guardians.
Come on, you mangy scum.
Oh man, some Erebor Guardians getting caught by some Wargs. Not an ideal pathing choice for these guys here. And also not much damage to find. Ravager's going to be aware of them, going to jump on them right away. Spider's continuing to kind of be a menace across this whole top side, so Erebor can't take advantage of it, and going to jump right on top of this mine. Let's take a look at powers for Erebor. So it's pretty even in powers, I would say. 5 to 2. So Dolguldur is up by 2. But both have a tier 1 and tier 2 power. Rebuild, it looks like, was just used on this mine to save it, which is pretty nice. He's able to get some pikemen in place to prevent the Addercops from taking that. Cleaning up these Guardians that were down here before, which are not using natural sprinters. Part of the learning curve of the new abilities, remembering that they have them. So these Guardians going to go down, and Dolguldur are able to kind of reclaim this area. Erebor at 675 max CP, actually, and Dolguldur as well. So pretty tied in terms of map control. Again, if you missed the last beta cast, only resource buildings are giving max CP and not barracks anymore. So that means the 700 being tied for both sides means they're pretty even in income as well. Except for the fact that, of course, I say that, and then Deep Delving is giving plus 15 resources from Dwarven Mines. So the Barding Longbowmen here, with no pike support, are going to get run over by the Addercops here. And the body block from the Barding Outrider summon. Oh my gosh. The Spiders just worth their weight in gold here. Completely decimate this entire defense from Erebor. Arca tried to summon the cavalry here to body block the Spiders from coming in to trample all of the Longbowmen and Guardians, but it's just not enough. All of Erebor's pikes being elsewhere at the moment, unable to prevent the Spiders from overrunning everything here. And along with Kargas now hitting level 3, giving nearby friendly units and heroes 15% movement speed and experience gain. Yeah, this is... Yeah, see, look at how fast these Spiders are now around Kargas. These guys going to jump on Glowing. Oh, man. Glowing going to use his heal, but not quite going to be able to escape. No Bilbo here to lure the Spiders off and save him. Not this time. In the top, we'll see a skirmish over here with Broken Rabble and Barding and Dwarven Phalanxes here. So... Unfortunately, that's just going to be a pretty good trade for, unfortunately for Erebor, that's going to be a really good trade for Dolguldur. Some really, really cheap units, swordsman units going up against these pikes, going to reduce this horde size. But Erebor taking a slight CP lead here, 725 to Dolguldur's 700. But the positioning of Dolguldur is fantastic. This fort is uncontestedly his. And the spiders have pretty much free reign here without much of an answer from Erebor. Just the pikes are too slow. Gonna get on top of this mine here. Might be able to get the surround, send the pikes on this side. No. So Chill of the Grave actually gonna go down. Perfect counter to this. Making sure the pikes can't catch the spiders. Gonna be able to retreat. Not gonna be able to get the surround on either exit for the spiders here. And gonna be able to catch a Guardian Battalion just as they spawn. Oh my gosh. Nosey making such good use of these spiders. Risen Dead getting on top of this mine is not going to survive even with the cave-in being used. And the Chill of the Grave still slowing these units, so just not able to get on top of these spiders for such a long time. Erebor consolidating up here, though, getting a mine built, getting some pikes to defend against the spiders that normally come up here and kind of ravage that area. Some shades being purchased. I wonder if what we're gonna check into here. Probably a few more mills down along this way. This army from Dolguldur is pretty scary though, and the sorcerers or the Spire of Sorcery gonna be keeping the slow decay off of some of these units. Fount of Corruption going down, so we're gonna start to move into the late game here. With the possibility of Entwives and a more late game economy there. 15 power points available for Dolguldur as their mine is getting attacked by some phalanxes here. Kamul and a fleet of spiders kind of joining him, but Kamul is going to dismount in order to fight these phalanxes here. As Erebor takes this creep. Yeah, Kamul going in against these phalanxes, and the infestation going down as well. Dealing some pretty good damage between Kargas, Kamul, and the infestation. These guys are going to go down. They might be able to get the mill, though. Nope. It's too much. Kargas has pretty decent attack speed, able to chew through these guys. So this mill just barely going to survive. Massive Dolguldur force actually heading into Erebor's base here. Some pikes going along to get this damage, but I don't think he's aware of this yet. These guys are going to jump on both of these mills at the same time. Ravagers in both battalions going to just decimate both mines. Huge damage from Dolguldur there. Very decisive blow. Yeah, just Erebor completely out of position here. These pikes and these pikes along with Arca down here. And Kabul able to deal with them as well. Oh man. Big damage coming in from this battle wagon as Vow of Vengeance reduces the armor of these units, but it's still just too much Dolguldur with 2 battalions of leveled up spiders here. We do see the Necromancer has hit the field now too. So Erebor trying to make some counter damage happen here as he's unable to kind of deal with this push. Dolguldur backing off here. So, oh man. So even on the retreat, these archers shooting at some of these units here, turning some broken rabble into some risen dead that are still causing some problems now. Just really, really effective play there from Nosey. Dolguldur retreating here. Yeah, that's horrifying. Look at all these risen dead swarming the field now. Alright, so where do we stand now? We've got 900 max CP for Dolguldur compared to 850 for Erebor. So, while this push was happening, this is amazing. I could never pull this off. Sappie is rebuilding side bases on either side here. But Kamul and the Fell Broods going to try and clean these up as he takes the center of the map again with another huge force. Battle Wagon going to come in, try and get the trample, but Nosey's positioning with the jailers is really good. Going to get the trample on these Ravagers, though. I'm really liking to see the nerf to their crush armor be effective in this way, because Ravagers are just so sturdy and hard to deal with in these big brawls like this. So really making use of the weakness to crush. Erebor is able to kind of handle the Ravagers a little bit better. Getting around the jailers a little bit. But Kamul and his fleet of spiders, man, is getting so much damage now. Builder's probably going to go down. Might be able to escape, but not into a mine. Yeah, Kamul's just going to focus down this Dwarven Forge. And Thorin Stonehelm hitting the field with Dwarven Grudge and Prince of Erebor. I believe Thorin's abilities got tweaked around for this beta as well. We can go over those in just a second. Erebor making an attack against this mill, but being level 3, it's going to be armored up enough so that these 2 battalions of Blighted Trappers are going to be able to tear apart these guys at range before it goes down. But applying pretty good pressure. Battering Ram coming in on this slave mill here. That's a level 3 mill going down. This one's surviving. But Erebor making a pretty good comeback here. Just able to catch these spiders before they trample the phalanxes, the Dwarven phalanxes there. But the Necromancer kind of joining the main fray here is going to be pretty tough to deal with. We've got... this is not one of Sinathra's sisters. This is Sinathra herself. With the Battalion of Risen Dead taking down this mine. Nosey's just everywhere, man. And Sappie's doing a really good job keeping up, but it's too much. And this defense from Erebor, I think what Nosey's doing so well is keeping Erebor's focus all over the place so that when he finally gets into these engages where Erebor has a decent sized force, he's able to throw down, Abhor Dread, throw down the Spawn of Karkaroth all on top of these units and just get a huge death clump on these and take a crazy trade, capturing Thorin Stonehelm, who I didn't get to go over his ability, but Prince of Erebor giving a big damage boost to nearby dwarves, and his active ability giving him crazy attack speed and boosting that damage and leadership. Not really able to take advantage of that as the Necromancer and Nosey really just pounce on that battalion with pincer attacks too coming in from Sinathra and these Risen Dead flanking. Kamul and his fleet still around to bother. Gonna let the Builder live for now and avoid these phalanxes as they take down yet another mine. This battalion, along with Crimpool, gonna come and attack this this Hall of Warriors here. Yeah, Dolguldur is doing a really good job of taking back this map from Erebor. So I bet if we take a look at the max CP here, yeah, we're gonna see 650 for Erebor to 800 for Dolguldur, and he's actually his army size is going over the max right now, currently with almost 4K in the bank. So Dolguldur in such a good position here, really, really well done. He's also at 18 power points while having a tier 3, so he's only 7 away from getting the Demon of the Greenwood or whatever that giant thing is. We'll probably see that if the game gets to that point. Erebor doing not so great on power points, not really getting the kills or damage that it needs. Able to defend this. The level 3 mine is able to kind of pick off at one of the battalions of spiders here. But they are going to reinforce this Dolguldur army, taking down this Hall of Warriors and really taking away Erebor's presence on this side of the river down here. Vow of Vengeance going down in a huge way over here, really reducing the armor and not letting any experience be gained. Getting some good trample, but gonna get caught by pikes just on the edge there. The Builder kind of says, I'm gonna help too! Falls immediately. But between Sinathra, the Necromancer, and all these units here, just the number advantage is just too great for Dolguldur here as they take the center. No pikes in this means Kamul and the level 3 spider is going to do just fine. Barding Outriders being summoned here to try and trample some of this stuff. There's just too many units here. Too many units. The deceleration is too much, along with another battalion of cheap jailers here, kind of preventing the trample going down. Necromancer summons another warg. Alright, so let's take stock here. Kamul is fighting these... Wormslayers have arrived. So Wormslayers in this beta currently are pretty fast moving. They come from the level 2 readout. And they have their Flash Flame ability here at level 1. So we'll see what they're going to be able to clear out here against some of these guys. Throwing Flash Flame down on these Ravagers, along with Moria Reclaimed, summoning the Azug Khazad-dûm. In an attempt to kind of capture Sinathra and the Necromancer. Necromancer's going to retreat as this guy gets summoned. So he's going to use Dark Reclamation to completely destroy these structures here. The Guan Tower. Oof. Terrifying. Gonna completely wreck this level 3 mine, and that's got to be GG here. That's the win condition for Dolguldur. I mean, look at the Moria Reclaimed was just earned, and Dolguldur has 9 power points with this Bane of the Greenwood summon here. Gonna be able to solo this fortress uncontested. Not much left for Erebor to do at this point. Risen Dead all over this top right structure, supported by the Blighted Trappers. Able to kill, I mean, that would have been a level 3 mine at this point. So getting on top of some of this stuff, but Dolguldur responding with just some arrow towers to protect the fortress. Make sure that doesn't get destroyed, as the Gwanthauer here is going to have enough time remaining to destroy this fortress. Yeah, that's got to be it for Erebor. Wow. What a crazy game. So much fun to see. And the must be an upgrade on the must be the fortress upgrade. I can't see it, but the one that gives magic damage on arrows. The Gwanthauer still alive, gonna disappear any second now, but just a readout and a battalion of Worm Slayers here for Erebor at the moment. I think we can safely say that this game is over. At the end of these beta testing matches too, a lot of times they'll stay on to test a few unit things, so we're just going to fast forward here to the end. That's going to be it. Awesome. So I guess just debriefing that one really quick, I think Nosey just did a really good job of kind of taking Erebor's weaknesses into account, which is their kind of a little bit of lack of mobility. Sure, they have the mines, but the units being relatively slow, even with their natural sprinter's ability, only hitting at level 2 though. The Fellbrood and Kamul were able to take control of the map in a pretty massive way. Erebor is constantly having to rebuild its mines that they were losing to really good harass from Kamul and the Fellbrood, and really taking advantage of the Fellbrood in those engagements as well. Some of those mid-game engagements where a lot of expensive Erebor units would go down to some pretty crazy tramples, and then the follow-up damage with the Ravagers onto the mines was pretty huge too. So just all around really well played by both players. Truly, Erebor really, staying strong and rebuilding on other sides of the map when needed to kind of stay in there. But just really good control from Dolguldur, and the PowerPoint lead was what really sealed the deal. I mean, Moria Reclaimed hit at the same time that the Gwanthauer hit. So that's like a 25-point difference in terms of that matchup there. So pretty crazy stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed a little sneak peek into some of the little changes that we're doing, and seeing some of our really good beta testing and mod team players go head to head is really fun. So hope you guys enjoyed, and hope to see you guys for the next one. Take care. Bye.